So a lot of you asked me why I was in foster care. I've never actually explained it yet for two reasons. One, it's quite complicated. It would be a long sort of story time. And two, I don't like to script any of my videos. I don't really plan much what to say before I do a video, but that's the type of video I probably would have to script, and it's just finding time for that. But I will tell you a story that might give you some sort of idea of why I was in care. A sort of hint. It's nowhere near the full story, but you'll get an idea. How do I explain it? Sometimes what happened, I feel, was completely ridiculous and over the top, but then other times I feel this immense guilt over it. One of the reasons I've found it so hard to explain why I was in care is because part of me feels like it's my fault. Not completely, because yeah, there's stuff in my childhood that I haven't spoke about, but some of it feels like my fault. All opinions are welcome, just don't be too mean. I'm feeling sensitive today. So this is the time I was arrested in school. I was still in school at this point. This was about a month before I dropped out. I dropped out when I became homeless. This was so humiliating because everyone saw it. I was in the middle of a sex education class. I was in year 9. I'm in the middle of trying to put a condom on a banana when the head teacher knocks on the door and asks for me to come out of the room. So I come out of the room and he leads me to his office. In his office were 2 police officers. Instantly, I'm trying to think, what have I done? What have I done? Because I'd never been in trouble with the police before. They arrested me for criminal damage. They didn't handcuff me, but as they were leading me out of the head teacher's office, which led into the playground, there are people playing PE who can see me. There are people in the science block staring at me, people in the music block staring at me. The criminal damage was me and my mum, before school, had gotten a big argument, which was pretty regular by this point. She had said, you should go and live with your dad. No one wants you here. I have 2 sisters. Neither of them were ever in care. I also hadn't seen my dad in I don't know how many years. So when she said that, I was so hurt and so angry. I'd had a glass of water in my hand, and when she said it, I smashed it against the wall. I then left for school. She called the police and I was arrested for criminal damage. Now, on one hand, like I said, I look back and I think that's crazy. Obviously, I shouldn't be throwing glasses against the wall. I was 14, by the way. I shouldn't be throwing glasses at the wall. And I don't want to use ADHD as an excuse, but if you know people with ADHD, one of the problems when you're a kid, particularly teenager, and even an adult actually, is emotional regulation. I was very easy to snap. And not just at my mum, but at any situation that I wasn't happy with. So I know I shouldn't have smashed this glass, but part of me's thought, oh my god, it's ridiculous, like I got arrested for that. But on the other hand, I felt a lot of guilt over it. Because like my sisters never did that. My sisters have never like smashed something in the house. They've never broken a thing in the house. So I always felt like I'm this really bad kid. And I was always told I was one. And being constantly told that, a lot of resentment built up. And I think that's where my temper came from as well. But I still feel bad. I once asked my mum, like, why? Why did you call the police when I did that? And she said it's because she was worried I'd do it again and again. That if she let me get away with it once, I would constantly do it. And maybe I would have. Maybe she was right. I don't know. I'll never know. Anyway, the real point of the story was to talk about the arrest and how embarrassing it was. Can you imagine like 100 students staring at you? And then all sorts of rumours went around because I didn't tell anyone why I got arrested. Because the thought of saying because I smashed a glass against the wall, I either thought, 1, it will sound ridiculous. 2, I'll sound like a horrible person. Or 3, no one will even believe that. So all sorts of rumours went around. My favourite one was that I was a drug dealer. Good times.